Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? Today, we're tackling AI agents, and trust me, this is a game changer. These intelligent systems are already shaking things up across businesses, boosting efficiency, and even changing how companies interact with their customers.
It's true, we're not just talking about some far-off future tech here.
Right.
AI agents are already out there, quietly working their magic in various industries.
So, for our listeners who maybe haven't encountered this term before, what exactly are we talking about when we say AI agent?
Well, think of them like superpowered digital workers, able
Mhm.
to sift through mountains of data, make decisions, and even, get this, learn and adapt over time. They're handling all sorts of tasks, from automating those boring, repetitive processes to delivering that personalized customer service that everyone's after.
Okay, I'm already intrigued, but let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Why should our listeners care about all of this?
Well, whether you're, getting ready for a big meeting, searching for ways to make your business run smoother, or just curious about what the future of work looks like, understanding AI agents is becoming essential.
They're not just a shiny new tech toy, are they?
No, not at all. They're quickly becoming a key advantage for businesses across the board. And one of the biggest benefits, the one that really jumps out, is how much they can boost efficiency. Imagine a world where you can just hand off those tedious tasks like data entry, processing invoices, or even scheduling meetings.
Oh, tell me more.
AI agents can handle that stuff with incredible speed and accuracy, which means your human teams can focus on the bigger picture, the strategic, creative stuff that really moves the needle.
Okay, that sounds like a dream come true for anyone who's ever felt bogged down by admin work. But it's not just about saving time, is it? I mean, AI agents could also help businesses make smarter decisions, can't they?
Absolutely. They're amazing at spotting those patterns in massive data sets that humans might miss. It's like having a data-driven crystal ball. This ability to pull out insights from data can revolutionize decision-making in areas like finance, marketing, you name it, even HR.
So, for instance, an AI agent can help with something like dot pricing a new product.
Exactly. It could analyze market trends, customer data, all of that to recommend the most effective pricing strategy for that new product launch.
So it's like having a data-driven consultant on your team 24/7. But how does this all translate to the customer experience? We've all had those frustrating run-ins with those clunky chatbots, the ones that seem to barely understand what you're saying.
I hear you. Those traditional chatbots, they can be pretty limited. But AI agents, they're a whole different ballgame. We're talking advanced machine learning algorithms that allow them to understand natural language, learn from past conversations, even anticipate what a customer might need.
So these aren't just your average chatbots. These AI agents can actually hold a real conversation, understand the context, and give personalized responses.
You got it. Imagine a customer reaches out for support. An AI agent can pull up their entire history with the company, figure out exactly what the issue is, and offer tailored solutions, often without any human intervention needed.
So faster resolutions, happier customers, and everyone wins.
Exactly. It's like having a dedicated customer service rep available 24/7, ready to provide that personalized support whenever it's needed.
I like it. Now, before we get too carried away with all this amazing potential, let's break down the different types of AI agents, because it's not a one-size-fits-all situation, right?
You're right, it's not. Just like we have different types of human intelligence, there are different types of AI agents, each designed to be a rock star in their own area. Let's start with the simplest one, the simple reflex agent. This one's all about following the rules. It works off a set of predefined rules, responding to specific inputs with pre-programmed actions.
So like sorting emails or...
Exactly, or automatically sending customer inquiries to the right department. Straightforward tasks like that.
Okay, those are the rule followers. What about the agents that can actually learn and adapt as they go?
That's where model-based agents come in. They use a model of the world, to make predictions and decisions. Think of it like a chess program, evaluating a ton of possible moves before picking the best one.
Got it. So they're like strategic masterminds.
In the business world, they could be used for forecasting sales, optimizing inventory, even predicting customer churn, all sorts of stuff.
Okay, now we're talking. But what if you need an agent that's laser focused on achieving a specific goal?
Well, for that, you'd want a goal-oriented agent. These are programmed with a specific goal in mind, and they use algorithms to figure out the most effective way to get there.
Give me an example.
Sure, think about optimizing a marketing campaign to get the most conversions or keep those customer acquisition costs as low as possible, that kind of thing.
So they're like problem solvers, hyper-focused on hitting specific targets. But the real world, it's messy, right?
Right.
What about situations where you have multiple goals, maybe even ones that clash a little?
You're hitting on a key point, and
Yeah.
that brings us to utility-based agents. These are designed to make decisions that maximize overall value, even when juggling multiple objectives that might be a bit conflicting.
Utility meaning.
Well, imagine you're managing a big, complex project with limited resources.
In there.
A utility-based agent could help you allocate those resources in a way that sets the whole project up for success, even if it means prioritizing some tasks over others.
Okay, so they're the masters of balance, making sure everything runs smoothly. Now, we got to talk about those agents that learn and evolve over time.
Right. You're on a roll. Learning agents are the most sophisticated type. They don't just rely on those pre-programmed rules or models.
Break free.
They learn from their experiences and change their behavior based on what they learn. They're adaptable, so they're perfect for tasks that are always changing, like personalized product recommendations or dynamic pricing strategies.
That's incredible. It's like having an employee who's always learning new tricks, getting better every day. But before we jump into those real-world examples, let's make sure we're all clear on how these agents are different from the simple bots we see online. The lines can get a bit blurry, right?
Totally agree. It's a crucial distinction. Both AI agents and traditional bots can automate stuff, but their capabilities are worlds apart.
In what way?
AI agents are powered by machine learning, which lets them learn and adapt in ways those traditional bots simply can't.
Ah, so they're playing in a different league.
They can understand context, personalize responses, even anticipate needs. It makes for a much more sophisticated, engaging experience for everyone.
So like comparing a basic calculator to, what, a supercomputer?
You got it. They both crunch numbers, but their power is vastly different. Those basic bots are great for handling simple tasks like answering FAQs or booking appointments.
I see. But when things get more complex, when you need nuance and understanding and adaptability.
That's when AI agents really shine.
Got it. Okay, so we've laid out the different types of AI agents, how they stack up against traditional bots. Now let's get into the real world. How are these agents being used to transform businesses across different industries?
Let's dive in. Let's start with, well, an industry that's kind of the backbone of any business, right? Finance and accounting. AI agents are already making a big splash here.
Yeah, I can see how AI would be a perfect fit there. All those numbers and spreadsheets.
Streamlining processes, helping finance teams work smarter, not harder.
I've heard that AI agents can basically take over a lot of the grunt work, like reconciling accounts, processing invoices, even generating those financial reports.
Exactly. They're really good at that sort of thing, processing huge amounts of data quickly and accurately.
So no more human error.
Well, less for sure. And it means those financial records are always up to date and error-free. So finance professionals can focus on those more strategic tasks, analyzing trends, making forecasts.
It's not about replacing humans, it's about giving them better tools.
Precisely. It's like giving them an intelligent assistant. Let the AI handle the tedious stuff. Then the humans can focus on the big picture thinking.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Talk about another industry that can be a real headache to manage. Supply chain management.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Keeping track of all those goods, inventory levels, deliveries.
Especially in today's world, everything's so global.
It's a constant juggling act, but AI agents are proving to be incredibly valuable here.
Oh, so...
Well, they can analyze all that historical data, track demand fluctuations in real time, monitor supplier performance.
It's like having eyes everywhere.
They can even factor in external things like weather patterns or transportation issues to optimize the entire supply chain.
So it's not just about keeping things running smoothly. It's
Yeah.
about anticipating problems before they even arise.
Exactly. They can suggest alternative routes or suppliers, things like that. Saves businesses a lot of time, money, and stress.
Okay, that's impressive. Now let's talk about an area that's all about people. Customer support and sales. In today's market, you've got to provide those amazing customer experiences or you're going to fall behind.
Oh, for sure. And AI agents are becoming essential in that space. They can handle those routine customer inquiries, provide personalized recommendations.
You mean like product suggestions?
Yep, and even proactively reach out to customers with offers or support, all while being friendly and helpful.
So it's like having virtual customer service reps, always on call.
That's the idea. And because they can access and analyze so much customer data, they can tailor their responses to each individual. It's a level of personalization that you just wouldn't get with traditional methods.
Okay, but what about sales? Can AI agents actually help close deals?
Absolutely. They can be super effective sales assistants. They can qualify leads, nurture prospects, even personalize those sales pitches,
Based on what?
individual customer profiles, and their buying behavior.
Clever. It's like having a team of expert salespeople working 24/7.
And because they're always learning, they can adapt their sales strategies in real time, making sure they're using the most effective techniques.
Makes sense. Now let's shift gears again. Let's talk about risk and compliance management. A lot of companies, especially in highly regulated industries, they really struggle with all those ever-changing rules.
It can be a real minefield, you're right. But AI agents are proving to be incredibly useful here too. They can monitor transactions, flag any suspicious activity. They can even generate compliance reports automatically.
So they're like digital detectives, making sure everything is above board.
And because they're constantly learning, they're always up to date on the latest regulations. That way, businesses can stay ahead of the curve and avoid those nasty penalties.
That's a huge weight off everyone's shoulders.
Oh.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, seeing how AI agents are shaking things up in different industries. But I'm curious about the challenges. What are some of the hurdles companies face when they're trying to implement these agents?
That's a good question. I mean, the potential benefits are huge, but there are definitely some things companies need to be mindful of. One of the biggest is data quality.
Right, because the AI is only as good as the data it's working with.
Exactly. If the data is incomplete, inaccurate, or biased, the AI agent's performance is gonna suffer.
So garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly. Companies need to make sure they're using good quality data and that they're using it responsibly.
Now, what about the human element? Are people resistant to working with AI agents? Worried about their jobs?
I mean, there's definitely some anxiety around that, but I think it's important to remember that AI agents are designed to help humans, not replace them.
It's about collaboration.
Exactly. The most successful implementations involve humans and machines working together, each one leveraging their own strengths.
It's not about humans versus machines. It's about finding that sweet spot where they work together.
You got it. Creating a more efficient, productive, and ultimately a more fulfilling work environment.
I like that. Sounds like the future of work is all about embracing this kind of collaboration.
I think so. Using technology to make us better, not to make us obsolete.
Now, before we wrap things up, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked in all the AI excitement, the ethical side of things. As AI agents become more and more integrated into our lives, we need to be thinking about the ethical challenges they bring.
You're absolutely right. AI ethics is a critical topic, and it needs more attention. We need to make sure these powerful tools are used responsibly.
So for companies that are implementing AI agents, what are some of the key ethical things they need to keep in mind?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is bias. AI agents, they learn from data, and if that data reflects existing biases, those biases can get amplified, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine an AI being used in hiring. It might inadvertently discriminate against certain groups if it's trained on data that reflects past biases.
That's a real concern. We have to make sure that the data we're using is diverse, representative.
Exactly. And then there's the issue of transparency.
Meaning?
Do we actually understand how these AI agents are making decisions?
And can we hold them accountable?
Exactly.
So it's not just about building intelligent systems, it's about building ethical ones too.
We need to move beyond the technical aspects and think about the bigger societal implications. Make sure AI is used for good. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the impact it has on society.
Right. And as we keep pushing the boundaries of AI, we've got to keep those ethical considerations front and center.
Absolutely. AI can be a powerful tool for good, but we need to make sure it's used responsibly.
Well said. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of AI agents. We've covered a lot of ground, from the different types of agents to the real-world applications and the ethical considerations we need to be thinking about.
It's been a fascinating conversation.
I totally agree. It's clear that AI agents are already changing the game across so many industries. And as they continue to evolve, it's going to be exciting and maybe a little daunting to see how they shape the future of work and life as we know it.
I think the key is to stay informed, to keep asking those tough questions, and to make sure we're developing and using AI in a way that benefits everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So, to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this journey. We hope you learned a thing or two, and maybe even got inspired to explore the world of AI agents a little further. Until next time, keep those minds curious.